Hey guys, I'm going to be talking about a controversial topic in film right now, which is race swapping characters. So, I guess this is kind of like a big thing now because like The Little Mermaid came out, and obviously, like we know that Halle Bailey is playing Ariel, the Little Mermaid, and traditionally Ariel has been a white character, and now she's black. So, the thing is, it doesn't matter in this film because um, it's fiction, right? So it's like a Danish fairy tale, and I guess people are upset because Danish, very white European people. So maybe they're like, oh, it shouldn't be race swapped. I can kind of understand it, but it's not a big deal, honestly, because it is fiction. So that's kind of where this whole controversy has become super big now because of the new Little Mermaid movie by Disney. Personally, I think it looks like a good movie. It looks fun. I've heard good things about it. Race swapping is generally not a big deal. So, another thing that recently was a pretty big movie last year was the Batman. And, Jim Gordon, who's traditionally been a white guy, he's now a black guy. And personally, I loved Jeffrey Wright as I think he's not a commissioner in this movie. I think he's Lieutenant Gordon, and I personally loved him as Jim Gordon. I thought he was great. He did a fantastic job. He embodied the character really well as the the cop who's kind of on the side of Batman. As somebody he can kind of trust, and he wants Gotham to prosper, even if that means technically teaming up with a vigilante. Obviously Batman is seen as a vigilante, and it's not supposed to be vigilante justice, because he's a cop. But, personally, I love him as Jim Gordon. He embodies the character really well, you know, and he's race swapped. Another character is Hawkman. Hawkman is generally been like a white guy, which Hawkman, it's fine because technically Hawkman is a Thanagarian, so he's not from Earth. So I mean, yeah, he's human looking, but he is an alien. So, I loved Black Adam, honestly, and I thought he was good in Black Adam. I had no issue with him being a black a black guy. That's really not a big deal as long as you can like embody the character and portray the character and that character's qualities well. It's usually not an issue. Again, there are some parts that are going to fit characters well, and then others that are not. So, like in Black Panther, yeah, I wouldn't really be cool with like Black Panther being a like a white guy or an Asian guy, you know, just because how he's written is he's an African king, so I wouldn't be okay with that, honestly. But for the most part, if it's fiction, I say just I'm not saying go ahead and just race swap just for the sake of it. Um, get the best person, but it's not a huge deal as long as you can portray the character well. Wonder Woman's traditionally been white, and Gal Gadot is an amazing actress, and she does great as Wonder Woman. She's Israeli, so I guess that's considered person of color because she's from Israel. She's not white, but she does a great job as Wonder Woman. So basically, if it's fiction, race swapping is okay as long as they do a good job as a character.